Hey guys, I'm back. So I wanted to show you guys how I store my makeup. One of my subscribers had suggested that this was a good idea for a video, and I thought I'd change it up a little bit from doing reviews and show you guys how I store all of my stuff. I will preface this video by saying that I don't like the way that I'm storing my makeup right now, and it just really doesn't work for me. But it's kind of an interim solution until I either find a vanity and then buy some like organizational stuff for the drawers, or my husband is supposed to build me a vanity area in our guest bathroom because we have this little weird cutout thing, but he hasn't gotten to that yet, and I don't know when or if he ever will, and so I'm just kind of in limbo with my stuff right now, and so I don't want to like buy anything different because I don't know ultimately where my makeup area is gonna go. So right now I have it in one of my guest bedrooms, and I'm gonna turn the camera around and show you guys how I store things right now and kind of explain to you why it doesn't work for me. So I'm just gonna flip you around here. So when I record, I sit on the floor in front of one of my old coffee tables, and this is just from IKEA. I store some extra stuff down here that I can't fit below my bathroom sink. There's also, this is where my professional kit stuff is. So these two, there's another one of these plastic Sterilite things down there. So that stuff hangs out here. Oh, nail polish. So anyway, I have this coffee table that I sit at. It's uncomfortable because there's not a lot of space between here and the bed. And so like I have to cross my legs when I sit here, and then my feet fall asleep. So anyway, this really doesn't work for me. So as you can see, I basically use the same system that a lot of other YouTubers use, which is buying these little Sterilite or Rubbermaid drawer things and putting my makeup in there and kind of dividing it by, you know, what the products are. So this 5-drawer one over here is full of lip products. The first couple drawers are for lip glosses. Then there's one for lip balms. Then the bottom two are for lipsticks. I have another one that is a 2-drawer, but it also has this little flippy lid on the top. So the lip products continue over here. This is for lip balms that are kind of in the little pots and stuff. And this is for lip balms or lip glosses that are in the squeezy tube things, or this. Now in this top flap here, for the longest time I couldn't figure out what to put in there, so I just started putting random stuff that was kind of big. And so I have this, wow, that's really shiny. I have this Bare Essentials Healthy Radiance and a couple of Bare Minerals blushes, my extra Olay cleansing head thing. In the back here there's a couple of things back here. These are says a Makeup Forever Mist and Fix, and then a primer and a foundation. And then in this side here I keep Q-tips, which I go through pretty frequently. So I have 2 of these bigger drawers over here, and so I use these for different kinds of products. So this first drawer here is for blush. This one is for foundation type products. And this one is for bronzer or contour products. Now, let me tell you why this doesn't work for me. I'll show you what's in those in a little bit. So, with this blush drawer, for example. So, I'm fully aware that I have too many products. I don't need anyone to point that out for me, because I'm sure somebody will. I have a lot of stuff. And makeup is kind of my hobby, and so I really do collect it, which is probably weird to some people, but anyway, so I do it. But it's really hard for me to know what I have, because once things get stuck in here, they just kind of like disappear. So anything that gets shoved to the back of the drawer, and these are fairly deep, you know, like this blush here, I haven't seen in a long time because it fell back there. And this is the True Match from L'Oreal. And I really like this blush. But I don't reach for it every day because it just gets put to the back. So typically I just kind of reach for what's in the front, and the first thing that I grab is what I end up using. And so I just don't think that that's an ideal system. I really need to go and buy some organizers so that I can better sort this stuff. If you guys have any suggestions, definitely leave me a comment below. Now, I use the tops of these to just store things that don't really have a home. So I have most of my brushes over here, and I'll show you guys those containers. But these are double-sided brushes, and so you can't really just stick them down into something because they'll get smushed. So this is where my eyeshadow collection starts, and eyeshadows are definitely what I have the most of. I have some palette type situations over here. These are mostly singles or, you know, some quads. Down here, oh, and I got these things at the dollar store. It was my attempt at trying to organize this stuff, but I still have a hard time finding things because it's just, when I'm sitting down here, like, I always have to prop myself up to look in here, and then, I don't know, I'm just lazy in the morning and I don't want to do that. I want to look down and see my products. That's why I need either like a table or like a vanity or something. Anyway, so again, little attempts at organizing here. These came from, like one of those 4-drawer clip-together Sterilite things. I use them in my, wedding kit. But anyway, there's more palette type things over here, more single stuff over here. So I have like all of my pigments here, eyeshadows. I'm getting so many again that I've run out of these things to put them in. Primers. I'm trying to organize my mascara. So again, all of these came in like a 3-pack, and so I have 3 of each of these. So I keep my eyelashes back here, the glue, small mascara samples that I get. This is just all kinds of randomness. This is brow products, pencils, brow pencils, eye pencils, brow powders, all kinds of stuff. Now for my larger palettes, I purchased these clip-together box things at Target, and they were like on super sale one day. And so I put most of my palettes, my bigger palettes, in there. This Too Faced Enchanted Glamourland is kind of big, and so that just has to sit off to the side. But this was big enough to kind of shove everything in there. So there's all kinds of palettes in there from Too Faced and Stila and Lorac and Tarte. A couple of like MAC type palettes that I have my MAC shadows in. Couple of larger cargo palettes back here. So that's where I keep those. Again, it really doesn't work for me right now because I sit on the floor here. I have to get up, look down into this, and then fish out what I want. And sometimes I just forget what's in there. So this is how I store my eye brushes. These are just little glass beads. I thought that these would do a good job of holding the brushes up, but obviously no, they're all flopped around. What I need to get is that flour fill or some sand, and just get some vases and put my brushes in there because I think they'll stand up a little bit better. For my face brushes, the ones that I use most often, these are actually just votive holders left over from my wedding, and so I just put those in there. There's no real rhyme or reason as to why they are the way that they are, or why they're divided the way that they are, but wow, I'm really out of breath. So anyway, so this is kind of my makeup organization for the time being. I'm just going to keep it this way until I figure out what I want to do. So yeah, this is where I sit every single day to put on my makeup. This is where I set my camera to record, right there. And yeah, this is my current situation here, and it's not terrible. I mean, it beats putting it all in a bunch of these, you know, bags and never seeing what I have because things get lost at the bottom of the bag. But it's just not ideal, especially for somebody that is a makeup whore like I am. So anyway, there you have it. If you guys have any questions or any suggestions on storage, definitely leave me a comment below, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.